computer time. Ah, yes, friendship is magic. Oh, hey, guys, didn't see you there. Welcome to the Troglodyte channel. Minecraft, a game defined by mining, crafting, swimming, running, fighting monsters, and many other such physically taxing activities. My point being that the player character in Minecraft is in incredibly good shape. But what if this weren't the case? What if we took an extremely out-of-shape person and dropped them into the world of Minecraft? How would they do? Would they be able to beat the game? And that's the idea behind today's video. I took the most out-of-shape demographic I could think of, Reddit mods, and dropped them into the world of Minecraft as my player character to see if I could beat the game. Here's how it's going to work. My hitbox and character model will obviously be very large to match the fact that Reddit mods are large individuals. Navigating places like caves or forests will be a pain because the model requires a 3x3 space to move through. And this hitbox also makes it extremely tough to dodge a skeleton arrow or any sort of projectile. And we know Reddit mods aren't used to any sort of physical activity. So if you work this character too hard, you will die. And this includes going down the stairs too quickly, mining too much, going up the stairs too quickly, swinging the sword too much. And really any physical activity sustained without a break is gonna mean death for this body. So knowing these restrictions, I generated a new world and set out on a quest to figure out if you can beat Minecraft while playing as a Reddit mod. Upon booting up the game for the first time, I have a look at my new character model, and my lord, can we just take a moment to admire that legendary Dookie stain, modeled by yours truly. I truly am an artist. Anyway, I immediately spotted a village and made a break for it, which made me realize how easy it is to redline this spot. I took my second attempt a little easier, walking only, and I actually made it to the village this time. But I quickly encountered my first obstacle in being a person of size. These doors must be made for bulimic people or something. I had to take it up with village management, but they ignored me, so I had to take drastic action. Yeah, take that. Anyway, I saw a cool underwater cave formation, so I decided to check it out. Yeah, Redditors really can't handle much swimming. Noted. Anyway, I went back to the village to collect a fee for their ratatataphobia, and then I proceeded to make the village more accessible for people of size. Ah, there we go. Now this house is Redditor accessible. I left the desert to find wood so I could then build a boat and boat to my eventual settling place. But I encountered yet another obstacle. Oh no, I just barely don't even fit in the boat. Oh no. Oh no. Yeah, I didn't realize boating was going to give me a heart attack. I guess it makes sense though. You know, you can't make an internet person row for too long, or their body can't really take it. My problems only continued to get worse from there as night fell and I gave a skeleton the easiest target of his life. Then, to make it even worse, the thinnest mob in the game really took issue with my glorious girth, probably out of jealousy, and killed me. After a ton of deaths, I finally managed to get some stone tools, and my next goal was to find a place to settle down, preferably close to a village, set up a base, and work from there. Oh, and I stole a bed from the village so I didn't have to deal with the night anymore. The bed is completely inside it. After a ton of walking, I found this cool cave next to a village, and in the very people of size friendly plains biome. So obviously this was going to be where I settled down. So I started digging to build a hilariously wide staircase to an underground base. Night fell mid-base construction, so I had to take a rest for the night, and I encountered yet another issue with being a person of size. When you wake up, your player model is so wide you'll be clipped into the wall and you'll start suffocating instantly. So after like 3 deaths, I escaped that. And then I went into the village to start collecting the taxes because naturally, with this village being the one close to my base, I was going to be their new overlord. Oh, and I made sure to put my bed with sufficient room around it so I wouldn't suffocate when I woke up. Now that I had my base set up, I decided to make a little mine staircase within my house. The cave exploration was an option, but it was kind of out of the question because I'm a huge target. I can't wear armor because my body's too big other than a helmet. It was just going to be a bad situation. But the stairs directly inside my house had challenges of its own. Yeah, I was sure to go up the stairs a little slower from then on. After obtaining a good amount of iron, I went to check on my slaves and set them up for their life of slavery. Because if you didn't know, setting these guys up and leveling them up with their trades is one of the easiest ways to get really good stuff. So I set up an archer, a toolsmith, a weaponsmith, and started leveling them up. Pressing F5 was always super jarring in this run. Like, oh Lord, look at that boy, he's huge. Moving on, there are two things you need to beat this game. One of them is blaze rods and the other one is ender pearls, so I started making a nether portal to go get myself some blaze rods. Stupid pig. You clearly didn't watch enough Rick and Morty. Well, time to light this baby up and get into the nether. Oh no. My own internalized fatatatophobia caused me to make the portal too thin for myself. Why would society do this to me? After a quick fix, I was ready to get into the nether and get myself some blaze rods. Fun fact, even if you build a 3x3 nether portal, the one that spawns in the nether will still be 2x3. So I'm really lucky I brought my diamond pick here, otherwise I probably would have had to kill myself to get back home. Next, I went about exploring my nether spawn and searching for potential paths to fortresses, and it was a pretty closed-off spawn with not a lot of good directions to go into without building a giant bridge. And building a giant bridge was going to be for sure death. With this big hitbox, a gas would just kill me instantly. It did have a connection with one of these red forest biomes, but these were near certain death, as it was not easy to get around and the hoglins could kill me so quickly. So what I ended up doing is building a bunch of handicapped accessible tunnels in all directions, and eventually I got lucky. And those blazes must be 4chan chuds or something, because they were aggroed on me before I even finished building my tunnel. SMH my head, this world is full of fatatatophobia. Even still though, I was shortly after able to get my first blaze rod and I was on my way to beating the game. I set up a little HUD here so that I could put my blaze rods away and freely risk my life while hunting for more blaze rods. Oh, and I'm a mega wide boy. Look how far past the dirt I was, and he still manages to hit my, like, protruding belly fat. Insane. My strategy at this point was to basically run in with a very high-risk strategy, and if I died, just run back. Well, when I say run back, I really mean walk back, because Big Reddit Boy would have a heart attack if I ran back. Yeah, this section was really rough. I had a ton of deaths here. Chuds. After dying like 20 times, I eventually got bored of that and decided to go deeper into the fortress to set up a little farming area next to a blaze spawner. Using this strategy, I was quickly able to get 10 blaze rods and make my way out of the nether. Well, with 20 blaze powders, all I needed to do now was get myself some ender pearls. And what ensued was a classic battle of fat versus skinny, thick versus thin, tolerance versus bigotry, and I was determined to come out on top. And since my character model was 3 blocks tall, I couldn't use the usual trick of making a too high ceiling and slapping at his waist, so I really had to go hand to hand with these thin boys. I was hunting pretty close to my base, so it was usually pretty easy to get my stuff back, but a lot of times I would do damage to the Enderman and come back for the revenge kill, and they would just be nowhere to be found. Goddamn cowards! So naturally, I got bored of this pretty quickly and took what few ender pearls I had and made an attempt to find the strongest. It was a long journey. I touched so much grass. I